Hi, I'm Trish and I'm a first-year med student and I would be sharing nmat tips kasi I know it's nmat season and please just ignore this and the kalat there kasi kakatapos ko lang mag-exam and it was so hard. Anyway, I have my notes here and I know it's nmat season kasi I keep getting notifications from Facebook nmat groups. So, I thought I would share tips and like my experience in general as a non-premed na 4 years nang graduate and like I studied for the nmat while working. So if feeling mo you can relate to me, then this video might be for you. Just background, I graduated with a degree in business economics last 2016. So it's around 5 years na since I last studied. And then, nung undergrad, wala akong science course kahit isa. So, wala akong na-experience na dissection, na lab. I don't even know how to use a microscope. I took the nmat last January this year. Sino ko na lang yung dates. Anyway, I took the nmat January 2021. And I started reviewing for it siguro around October. Like, nung nag-announce sila na, okay, may nmat, like, ito yung nmat schedule, naghanap na ako ng review center, and like, I fixed stuff. As in, I had to start from scratch. Kasi, yung last ko na science is high school pa, and I graduated high school 2012. So, sobrang tagal. And nung nag-start ako mag-review for nmat, as in, wala akong alam. Oh, if may ingay in the background, please just ignore. Kasi may ginagawa ata sila. I will be sharing tips kung paano ko nakuha the PR I got. And, like, my PR was 80 to 90. So, nandun sa range na yon. And hint, pasok siya to most med schools. Like, most kasi, tanggal na agad UPCM, Ateneo, basta yung mga 90. So, I will be talking about the things I did and the resources I used. Yun. Those two lang pala. Things I did and the resources I used. So, first thing I did was enroll in a review center. Second thing I did was, I made sure to study at least 3 months before the start of the exam. I decided to enroll sa review center number 1 kasi like wala talaga akong alam. As in, ang tagal na ng last kong science subject. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung, alam ko kung ano yung mitochondria. Pero yung ibang parts ng cell, wala na, hindi ko na siya alam. Tapos, feeling ko wala din akong, nag-review center ako kasi feeling ko lang study habit. Not so bad, but hindi pa ako nag-register for nmat, nag-enroll na ako sa review center. And do I recommend going to a review center? To be honest, hindi. Kasi yung review center where I went to, hindi ko siya nagamit at all. Like, okay, it's helpful ngayon sa med. Kasi yung tinuro nila, it's for med proper, not for nmat. Sobrang advanced yung topics. Wala akong basic foundation. And I feel like, mas mataas yung PR na makukuha ako if alam ko yung basic rather than jumping straight to the advanced topics. And, yun pa. Pag maghahanap ka ng review center, make sure it's BA friendly or BS friendly or non-premed friendly. Sobrang bilis ng flow of discussion nila. And kinonfirm ko pa, like, paulit-ulit kong tinanong, non-premed friendly po ba kayo? And sabi nila, madami kaming enrollees or non-premed. And I was like, okay, yay! Makakasunod ako, I can keep up with the lessons. Pero nung nandun na, it was so fast-paced. To the point na, like, mahihiya ka magtanong, ano to? Kasi parang ang dami nilang gustong topics na i-cover which will not appear dun sa actual exam. But, kinover nila. So, parang sobrang compressed. And it's not even like the basic. Kasi nmat is very basic sciences lang siya. It's not yung papacompute. No, may computation. Pero it's basic. It's like high school level. I have friends who enrolled in review centers. Pero, they said it helped naman daw. Pero for me talaga, parang mas natuto ako nung nag-self-review ako a week before my nmat. Kasi, nag-end yung review ko like 2 weeks before the start of nmat. So, yung time na after review to actual nmat day, I had to self-study. And honestly, mas natuto ako doon because I focused lang talaga kung ano yung nasa MSA. And people are saying na get the MSA booklet. I'll post a picture here because I don't have it. And honestly, that's all I answered. nmat is easier pa kesa dun sa MSA. So, I really recommend to get the MSA booklet. And if you want the booklet, like yung complete set, I have a complete set. I can give it to you, pero disclaimer, may mga highlights and notes siya. So, if you're not too maarte, or okay lang sa inyong may mga highlights and notes, I can give it to you for free. Just send me a message on my Instagram. It's here. It's @rishcanning. And just tell me na, okay, hi, I want the MSA nmat booklet. And then, I'll give it to you for free. If you will enroll sa review center, just choose a nice review center na yung topics nga align talaga sa nmat. Na hindi yung ang daming ituturo sa'yo na hindi mo naman kailangan for nmat. So, nung nag-release sila na nmat will be open on these dates, nag-plot na ako agad ng schedule ko kung ano yung, kung paano ako mag-aaral. Kasi I was working at that time. I was working from 8 to 6:30. So, yung review time ko na lang talaga is 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I had to make the most out of those 3 hours. Kasi, wala akong luxury na I'll review the whole day. Or, oh, so bright. Ang weird ng weather. Anyway, I really had to maximize my time kasi nga it's super limited. Wala akong science background, so I had to relearn everything again. So, gusto ko na naka-calendar lahat. Makikita ko kung ano yung dapat kong gawin. Pero honestly kasi, yung calendar, it will really depend on your strengths and weaknesses. Or at least that's what I did. Wait, ha? Bago pala yung calendar. Sorry, ang gulo. Bago yung calendar, naghanap muna ako ng resources online. So, I recommend joining yung Facebook groups. I will link it sa description box. Like, I really recommend you to join those Facebook groups kasi ang dami dong resources. Ang dami dong practice tests, ang daming reviewers, pwede kang magtanong. It's just really a safe space for everyone who's taking the nmat. And pag nakakompile ka na, like the first thing I did was, I answered yung CEM practice test. And then, pero without time limit. So, kung ano yung mga low scores ko, I made it a point na yun yung mas aralin ko. So, for me, it's chem and physics. I think taking the diagnostic test before even studying really helped me a lot kasi I gauged na what I already know, what I can skip, or like what I can review pag palapit na yung nmat, so mga December. And then, ano yung kailangan ko pang i-focus na topic. So aside from enrolling in a review center, I also did this para I can really maximize the time I have. Once you have na your score from the diagnostic test, I really recommend creating a calendar kasi it would be easier lang. Alam mo, okay, today I need to study ito. Tomorrow, ito naman. And then, kanya, like, this week, i-plot mo na ano yung kailangan mong aralin based dun sa scores mo. So, for me, I scored low sa chem and physics. Inuna ko si chem. So, 2 weeks straight, puro chem lang yung inaral ko. 2 weeks straight, puro physics. Pero, yun yung Monday to Friday. I was working last year. So, my free time was only from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Kasi my work was from 8 to 6:30. So, parang, dapat alam ko talaga ano nga aralin ko para hindi sayang yung 3 hours. Kasi sayang yung 3 hours. Like, honestly. Wala ko nung luxury na whole day ako mag-aaral. So, yun. Okay. So, weekdays, hard sciences or part 2. For weekends naman, that's when I compress the whole part 1. My typical Saturday would be 8 a.m. to 10 quanti, and tapos 10 to 12 social sciences, 1 to 4 biology, 4 to 6 chem, 6 to 8 physics. Like, ganun yung ideal na inimagine ko. Pero knowing myself, hindi ko siya nagawa. Like, on good days, sige, nagagawa ko siya. Pero most of the time, parang sobrang passive lang. Sobrang wala okay, titignan ko, tapos magpo-phone ako for the next 15 minutes. So, yung Pomodoro ko, baliktad. 25 minutes na phone, 5 minutes na review. O, di ba? Ang galing. If you create a calendar, like, I really recommend you stick to it. Kasi, yun yung hindi ko ginawa and feeling ko, it will really help kung ginawa ka talaga or sinunod ko yung schedule ko. Since alam mo na yung weak subjects mo or yung, since alam mo na yung weak subjects mo, alam mo na kung paano i-adjust yung schedule mo based on that. Pag gagawa ka pala ng calendar, it's important na, like, you give yourself rest days. That's what I did. Every Sunday, walang aral, walang kahit ano. Walang anything nmat, walang anything aral. It's just Netflix or maglalaro ako ng Sims. Kasi, mas mabilis kang ma-burnout kung buong 7 days mag-aaral ka lang. And, probably, mauumay ka and hindi ka na mag-aaral. Next thing that I did was, nagpa-practice test ako weekly. Doon sa Facebook groups, ang dami. Mag-chatsaga ka lang maghanap. Pero, maayos naman yung parang may tabs sila doon na resources. So, dinownload ko lang yung lahat and then I asked my boyfriend to help na gumawa siya ng quiz na 30 items each per sub-test. Para natatime ko sarili ko and napapractice ko nang gumamit ng whiteboard and marker. Kasi madami ako nabasa na hindi nila natapos sa exam kasi kinulang sila sa time. And I didn't want that to happen kasi sayang nung score. NMAT kasi is PR. So, it's not your raw score. It's percentile rank. So, depende yung rank mo sa iba mong kasama. Kung may hindi ka natapos na isang part or parts, mahahatak nun yung PR mo. So, instead of getting a decent PR, biglang bababa kasi may mga parts ka na na-skip. So, it's really important to time yourself kasi sobrang bilis ng NMAT, I'm telling you. Makikita mo na lang, 10 seconds na lang yung tira. Next tip is to answer using a whiteboard and a marker just so you'll be sanay kasi yung proctor ko, she's chill na kailangan okay, example, this is my marker. Whiteboard. Example, this is my whiteboard. Kailangan mo lang pakita yung whiteboard mo once, like before kang mag-start, and then pwede na yun. But for some proctors, kailangan after every item, you delete, you erase, and then you show the whiteboard to them. And makakakain siya ng oras kasi kailangan mo din i-take into consideration yung magsusulat ka, mag-erase ka, ipapakita mo, magsusulat ka. So, kakain pa yun ng time mo. Tips for the subjects. Okay, so for bio and social sciences, it's really heavy on memorization and I really recommend creating flashcards. So, you can make your own flashcards, but you can also download flashcards, like pre-made flashcards, madami. Like on Quizlet, madami. Pero, personally for me, I like making flashcards para mababasa ko the material. Plus, like, extra retention kasi ikaw mismo yung gagawa. For chem and physics naman, it's really important to memorize the formulas and understand the concepts. Okay, so, a little chika. Ang schedule ko ng NMAT is on the first day, like January 18. Tapos, the weekend before that, sobrang stressed ako kasi ang baba pa rin ang nakukuha ako for chem and physics. Tapos, parang, hindi ko talaga hindi ko ma-memorize yung formulas. Tapos parang feeling ko, ano ito nakuha? Like, anong formula yung ginamit? So, ito hindi ko ito nire-recommend. Pero what I did was, I skipped the formulas part for chem and physics and made sure to read yung mga theories, concepts, para at least doon ako babawi. Like, I don't recommend doing it. Pero pag walang-wala na talaga, alam mo yun, like, study smart. Alam mo, hindi mo na siya ma-absorb. Like, wag mo nang pilitin. Just focus on dun sa mga alam mong kaya mo pang ma-absorb or maaral. Rather than pipilitin mo to memorize pero hindi naman, like, wag mo nang pilitin. Like, trust me, just stick with the concepts. Wait, no. Use that with caution. Use that advice with caution. Kasi hindi mo alam kung ano yung lalabas sa NMAT mo. Okay, next part naman. These are the resources I used. Divide ko siya into 3 para hindi siya nakakalito. So, first one, websites. I love Lumen Learning. Also, Osmosis and Khan Academy. Disclaimer, Lumen Learning is really worthy. Pero, I found Lumen Learning really helpful when making flashcards. So, doon ako kumuha ng mga nilalagay ko sa flashcards. And then, next naman are YouTube channels. So, my favorite for chem, hands down, Professor Dave Explains. And then, sobrang magigets mo yung topic. Next is Crash Course. I use Crash Course for physics and biology. Osmosis, Amoeba Sisters naman for biology. And last na YouTube channel is Organic Chemistry Tutor for ArtChem. Last resource, which is my favorite, apps. These are the 4 apps I use. Number 1, Quizlet. I love Quizlet. Pag tamad na akong gumawa ng flashcards, nag-download na ako ng flashcards from Quizlet. And nandun naman, like, it helps. And then next is Anki. And then next naman is Remnote. So, from Lumen Learning, I transferred to Remnote, and then Remnote, automatic, gagawa na siya ng flashcards. Like, pwede din notes, pero pwede mo din siyang gawing flashcards. You just, parang may mga operations lang. Anyway, pwede mong gawing flashcards yung notes mo sa Remnotes. Recommend that. Love that. And then, third app I used is Zukal. Not sure kung Zukal pa yung name niya, pero yun yung natatandaan ko, Zukal. So, ang Zukal, mga practice tests siya. Meron for nmat. And I think yung questions they got from MSA kasi I have the MSA book and sobrang similar the questions. Siguro papalitan lang nila yung numbers pero it's basically the same. And then for Quanti, pwede kayong maghanap ng mga camera app na pipicturean nyo lang tapos papakita na yung solution. Like, that's what I did, especially for fractions because I hate fractions so much. I think, Socratic, yung name. I'll try to look for it, kung ano yung exact na app na ginamit ko. But, yeah, those are the 3 resources I use. Not 3, pero 3 groups, 3 categories of resources I used. And, share ko na lang din, like, how I studied. I started with Lumen Learning. So, binasa ko muna yung topic. And then, nag-highlight ako ng mga feeling kong important and must know. And then, after, I transferred it to Remnote. Like, sobrang time-consuming, pero it works for me. I transferred it to Remnote. And then, pag may hindi pa ako doon na gets, normally, i-mark ko naman siya, in-note ko siya. Tsaka ko na siya papanoorin on YouTube. Ang mga go-to ko, sina Professor Dave Explains, Amoeba Sisters, Osmosis. And then, after, babalikan ko Lumen Learning to check kung nagets ko ba talaga kung ano yung sinabi doon. And then, yun, like, flashcards na ako after. Spaced repetition, it really works. Like, active recall. What else can I say about, oh, it's so shaky, I'm so sorry. What else can I say about nmat? Just do your best, talaga. And like, your PR won't define naman your ranking or standing in med school. Important na yung nmat PR when you're applying, syempre, kasi all schools have yung cut-off nila. And when you're gonna take the PLE, kasi alam ko, they ask for a copy of your nmat PR. Not nmat PR. Basta na you took the nmat. Hindi siya, like, tinatanong in med. Parang wala. Hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung mga PR ng ka-group ko. That's everything ata I need to say about nmat and, like, my tips for everyone. I think that's it. If you have more questions, just message me on Instagram. And if you want the MSA booklet, just message me on Instagram. And it's yours na. Okay, so that is it. And see you next time. Bye!